coming to help us with our oral history report.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Now, what's your name?
My name is LaMetta Wynn.
Okay.
CYP Prevention Dance Group.
Okay. My name is Danielle. I'm from Clinton High School. I am a freshman, and I like to dance. That's really all I like to do. My hobbies. Okay.
Okay, my name is Kenya Lewis. I'm in 9th grade. I'm a freshman, and I like to do very well in singing it.
Okay. It's nice to meet you. How long have you been living in Clinton, Iowa?
I've been living in Clinton since 1955, when I graduated from nurses training in Cedar Rapids. I came to Clinton, Iowa.
How many children do you have?
I have 9 daughters and 1 son.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, wow. A lot of women say wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what do some of them do?
Well, I can tell you all of them if you have time.
All time.
Okay. My oldest daughter is Gina. She lives in Connecticut. She works in Manhattan, New York, and she's a sales manager for publishers. Next is Mary, and she's a physician, and she lives in Ohio now, but she's moving to Illinois, Southern Illinois. She's going to be a doctor there. Janet has a law degree from Texas Southern, and she lives in Waterloo. Tom, my only son, is a police officer. He lives in Des Moines, but he's a policeman in West Des Moines. He graduated from UNI. Debbie lives in Des Moines, and she works at a restaurant there, and that's the kind of work she likes. Wanda is a physician assistant. She just had been worked with a physician here in Clinton for about 13 years, and a lot of people were sorry to see her go, but her husband got a transfer to Arizona, so she lives there now. Ruth lives here in Clinton and works at the YWCA with women who are assaulted or who have problems, and she just got married last Saturday. So
That's nice.
yeah. Kathy lives here in Clinton, and she is going to Clinton Community College. She wants to be a nurse. Carol, I have to stop and think. Carol graduated from Cole, and she lives in Florida, and she works at a community college there. And Linda lives here in town, and you might know Linda, I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
She works with the after-school programs with the kids here. I have 15 grandchildren. Don't ask me to talk about them, but some of them live here in Clinton. You probably know Kiki.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you involved in any civic groups?
Yes, I am. I belong to some committees that work with the school, like the things that look at our progress for the school and what we're going to be doing with the schools and what we need to do with the schools. I've been appointed by the governor to the State Board of Education, and I'm very proud of that because education is so important to all of us, and it was something I didn't even ask for, but he asked me to be on it, and I'm very thankful that he did. I work with Ashford a lot. They've asked me to do various things. Some things I didn't know I could do, but I'm finding out I can. So yeah, I'm busier now than when I was retired. And next year I will be the board president of the board of the hospital here.
Oh, and how many years have you served in so many things?
Well, you know, in the past I was the mayor for 12 years, and 12 years before that I was on the school board, and I can't tell you everything because I probably don't know everything. I can't remember everything.
Has it been difficult or have you had any problems?
You mean because of my race and that sort of thing?
Yeah.
You know, this sounds like you might not believe it, but I really haven't. one thing I've been very proud of the kids here in school. Since you're kids, I will tell you this, that kids have been very respectful to the office of mayor. And, you know, when they see me, they're, you know, they may not know my name, but they know I'm the mayor, and hi, mayor, you know. And if I see little kids in the store with their parents, they will say, Mom, did you know that was the mayor? And they're just excited. I can tell you one little incident. I went into Pizza Hut with a friend and her husband and her son, and as we were going in, she said, don't turn around, because all these little kids were sitting there were scouts, brownies, I think, at a table, and they were saying, here comes the mayor. Do you know that's the mayor? And one little girl was saying, who's the mayor? And the rest of them were saying, don't you know that's the mayor? So we went, I said hello to all of them, and we went and sat down, and here came all these little kids with their placemats and a crayon. They wanted my autograph. Oh. They've just been, you know, and they stand as close as they can. If they would come to City Hall, you know, I'd invite them to have their pictures taken with the mayor in the council, and they would just want to get as close as they could. I have never been disrespected by a child here in Clinton.
Oh, well, when you first got like appointed to mayor, how did you feel like being in charge of the white community?
You know what? It was the white community that wanted me to be mayor. I was a nurse, happy as a nurse, when people were telling me, LaMetta, you need to run for mayor. And I'm saying, I've never been mayor. I don't know anything about being mayor. And I ran against the incumbent, and there were 4 white men that I ran against, and won, which was kind of a surprise to me. And you know, if you run for something, you want it. But you know, I'm thinking, gee, can I run against this man who's been the mayor and been in the council for a lot of years? So I was very happy. Of the 5 of us, I got 54% of all the votes. Yes, I was really surprised when I ran 4 years later. No one ran against me. When I ran 4 years later, 1 man ran against me, and most people didn't even know who he was. So I got a large percentage of the vote. So. And I didn't run last year simply because I had been mayor for 12 years, and it's an honor to be the mayor. And I thought, I've been mayor for 12 years, I'll bet somebody else would like to be mayor. And I think we've accomplished a lot, so I just decided I'm not going to run anymore.
So, what are the things that you accomplished?
Well, there's some things that I'm really proud of. I've got to tell you something I'm proud of. For when I was, the 12 years before I was mayor, I was 12 years on the school board. And one of the things I'm proudest of for being on the school board was that we established the alternative high school. It was kicking and fighting a lot of people, because people were saying, we've got a high school, we don't need another high school. If these kids can't come to that high school, then they don't need to come. But I think it's one of the greatest things we've accomplished here, because we have kids that are graduating from high school now who never would have. They would not have gone to school. We have girls who have babies. Not that we're, condoning any of that, but they have them, and that's a fact of life. So they need a place to go back to school, because otherwise these girls would not have gone back to school with those babies. Who would take care of those babies for them? So that's one of the things I'm proudest of the last 24 years I've done. The things I've done in Clinton, one of the things is our trips to Washington. We go to Washington every year, and it's called the Mayor's Summit. And it doesn't mean the LaMetta Wynn Mayor. It means any of the mayors in the area who want to go. The reason I established that was because when I got into the office, I'm thinking, we need some money, and we don't have that much money. So I said to the council, you need to send the mayor to Washington. The mayor had never been to Washington. But you don't have to go by yourself. So I talked to people at the Chamber of Commerce, the Regional Development Corps, and we got together. And in '99 was our first trip to Washington. We've gone every year since then, and we brought back, not just for Clinton, but for this whole region. Some of it's been for people in Illinois, some of it's been in other little cities here. Over $50 million that for projects that we all need here.